Grangemouth, home to the oil refining, chemicals, petrochemicals, plastics and gas industries, and home too to thousands of people. You, your family and your neighbours and workmates who are all well used to the kind of work that goes on here. And you know how vital the industry is to the local, national and international economies. There is a strong demand for the type of products manufactured here, so perhaps we can be confident in the future prosperity of the area. However, the safety of our industrial processes is paramount, and that is something we should all never forget. The materials handled are potentially dangerous, so the work that goes on here has to be done with great care. Each company takes its responsibility for handling hazardous substances very seriously. The law requires them to. But back in the late 1960s, even before major accident legislation was in place, the companies, local authorities and emergency services got together as a partnership to form a Major Incident Control Committee, known as MICC, to pull together individual company and local authority plans for dealing with emergencies. That committee, unique in Scotland, still meets today to discuss improvements in emergency response and carries out exercises regularly. So what are the potential hazards? Fire and explosion are two obvious dangers. Both may result in harm to people and property damage, and could result in the formation of smoke, which could cause breathing difficulties, while the release of toxic gases into the air could give rise to short and long-term health problems if the correct course of action is not taken. In addition, the release of certain materials could have a polluting effect on a wide range of natural resources. It's reassuring that the safe design and operating practices used by each company make a major incident extremely unlikely, but the risk, however small, is always there. To minimise the risk, the MICC partners have developed emergency arrangements which allows a coordinated response from all involved in tackling the problem quickly and effectively. Indeed, some companies even keep their own fire service. Every user of hazardous material is required to have detailed plans for coping with emergencies, and if an incident occurs that can safely be dealt with on site, specialist staff is on hand to deal with it. If an incident does occur which is so serious that a responsible person at the scene believes could have implications beyond plant boundaries, they will activate the MICC incident procedures. The affected company will immediately alert Central Scotland Police at Randolphfield Police Headquarters, Stirling, who will in turn inform the other MICC companies via the MICC airwave radio system, as well as Falkirk Council and emergency services. All companies automatically send a trained technical advisor to MICC main control in Grangemouth Police Office. Should a major release of toxic gas into the atmosphere occur, the police, on receiving notification by the company, would operate the public warning sirens. This two-tone alarm sounds continuously for 5 minutes and is silent for 1 minute before continuing the cycle. If you hear the warning alarm, or if you are suddenly affected by a gas in the atmosphere, go immediately indoors, close all external doors and windows, and turn off ventilation systems. Extinguish all naked flames, and if possible, go to an upper floor and tune to local radio for information about the incident. Do not attempt to collect your children from school. You can be assured they will be properly cared for. Information and advice, including details on road traffic control measures, will continue to be broadcast on local radio. So please don't use the phones unless you have to, as telephone systems would soon become jammed. So remember, go in, stay in and tune in. When the incident is over, the all clear, which is a single tone lasting 5 minutes, will be sounded. You should then open all doors and windows, go outside and allow the house to air. Obviously, it is important to test the public warning sirens from time to time, so twice a year at 7 p.m. on the first Wednesday in June and at 2:30 p.m. on the first Wednesday in December, this will be done. You will be reminded beforehand that this is just a test. If you hear the alarm at any other time, the safety guidelines must be followed. These guidelines are also detailed in a leaflet issued every 2 years by Falkirk Council, who can supply additional information on request. Emergencies affecting the public are unlikely, but if one did arise, the members of MICC would know exactly how to deal with it to limit damage and any threat to your well-being by implementing their integrated and well-practiced emergency plans. Now you know how you should react, so be reassured, but be aware. Together, as good neighbours, we'll keep Grangemouth and surrounding areas safe places to work and play, and a good place to live.